Charlie, here we go. I just can't. Okay, so that's live. Now we can do this. There you go.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another Stay Fishy Friday. You guys ready to have some fun tonight? Well, I know I am, so let's go ahead and get started. We've got some fun stuff. I wasn't done talking. We got some fun stuff for you tonight.
Treat you like this.
Hey, let's move this over so I can see the frame. Oh, yeah, it's a frame. My bad. So, we got some fun stuff for you tonight. Maybe even in this big old box. We'll get talking about that in just a moment. But let's go ahead and start them off with the mom update.
Perfect. Okay, so this week here, let me see. We got her scheduled for her MRI. It took us forever to get this approved, but she is scheduled now for her MRI, and we're going to see exactly, what it's been since, the beginning and how much she's improved and all that, because we all know she's improved. Here, why don't you just read me them topics that Mara wrote down, because I can't read them. But the MRI is now in process of getting, it got approved from CareSource, so now it's getting scheduled. So we'll have that pretty soon. After the MRI, we're able to get the PT, reevaluation again.
Says chair, she doesn't need oxygen.
Oh, here's another thing that she's improved on. When we get her out of bed and put her in a chair, it's about 5 hours a day. We don't have to have oxygen on her no more. She no longer has that tube going to her trach mask. So she's breathing the mist from the thing through her trach mask, but there's no oxygen going in there. And she stays at 97, 98 saturation herself that whole 5 hours. Whenever she's setting up, it's when she lays down, she drops down to 93 or so. So that's when we add the oxygen back to her. And she's on a very low amount of oxygen. It's 2 milliliters. So that's really, really, really good. What's the next one?
More voluntary movement.
Oh, yeah. I was changing her, and, I usually prop her legs up and this and that, and I'll push her knees over to turn her that way. I put her legs up like this, so now her knees are bent. And I'll be darned if she didn't just take them and straighten them back out again. I'm like, Tracy, I'm trying to turn you. So I prop them back up, and I'm holding on to the one. As I prop the second one up, she tries putting them down, so the second one went back down. I'm still holding this one. So I had to hold them up to be able to push her over. She's getting to where she feels comfortable in a certain position, and that's what she wants, no matter what you do. Used to be, I'd put her in a position, she'd stay there no matter what. No, she goes into the position she wants, including crossing her legs on the wheelchair. When she's sitting up like that, she'll cross her legs. They'll take her right foot and put it over her left foot, and she likes to sit like that. So she's got a lot more voluntary movements. Her arms are the same thing. When the nurse is sitting there trying to wash her or do the what do you call it? The range of motion. She'll be doing all this, and Tracy will take her arm and put it back down. The nurse is laughing. Come on, Tracy, I have to do this. And Tracy forces it back down. So she's getting ornery with us. She wants it the way she wants it. That's it.
Attitude.
Oh, that was what I was getting at. Her attitude. You go to try and wipe her, around her trach and stuff. And if you start wiping her, she'll give you that look. And she'll turn away from you. And we're like, Tracy, we're just trying to help you. So it's getting fun. And, all the different movements and the attitude we're getting from her is hilarious. But, it's changing the way we have to take care of her all the time, because now we got to fight her. She's, she don't like her face wiped. She's got some little stuff in the corner of her. I try and wipe that with a baby wipe. No, she don't like that at all. And then when we're brushing her teeth, she bites down on that toothbrush. She don't want us to go in and out. She just bites down on it. We're like, let go.
Do that on camera, buddy.
What? Oh, stop.
Brushing your teeth.
Stop it. So, it's funny, but it's great because she's doing all this more stuff that she was never doing before. So I'm really loving it. She's getting out there. Today we got another appointment the PT evaluation is back because she's doing so much that now we can call in PT and see if they'll take over with and help her out. But in the meantime, we're using it for getting new. I forget what they're called, AFOs or something like that. They go on her feet to keep her toes from curling down. And I had bought her a pair online, but now she qualifies. So they're getting a special. They're going to have PT come out here, physical therapy. They're going to come out here and they're going to measure her and get her a custom fit pair of these CFOs or AFOs, whatever they're called. And you can you tighten it up and to her leg, and it makes her feet stay straight instead of curling down, which is always helpful. She's doing really well. So, but yeah, we got Mars on the ball, and she's doing good. And
my thing says she's gaining too much weight.
Oh yeah, she's up to 111 pounds now, and her normal weight is 98, 99, maybe 100 sometimes, but that's her normal weight for the last 30 some years, and now she's 111. So I was telling Mara, I'm just going to withhold her fourth feeding of food, nutrition. She's like, no, I'm going to call the nutritionist and get her an appointment. And I'm like, calm down, Mara. She says, you can't do that. So they're going to reevaluate how much food she needs because she is getting, too big. I don't know, but that's our Tracy and how she's doing. She's doing really, really good. So I'm happy with the update. What about you? Now you're learning all this. You don't know none of this. You're not here no more.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we got Ange, $15. So it's hashtag Team Tracy. Way to go, Tracy. Love you guys. Hashtag
we love you, Ange. You're the greatest. Look at all these messages. We didn't see none of these.
And we got Dewey Bazima, $5. Didn't say anything.
Nice. Thank you.
$5.
What's the drinking word tonight?
Mm-hmm.
You notice Josh don't drink no more. He's drinking water. Has been for what? 3 months now? 2 months?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
In honor of you guys.
No, not last week. No.
In honor of you guys and what you guys were able to accomplish.
What do you mean?
The Mermaid Fun.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. And,
Mermaid?
Yeah. We'll do any mermaid or tail. Go ahead and pull yours out. Wait a minute. We're going to let you guys decide exactly
give me this.
Who has the better mermaid tail.
Just give it to me.
Because he picked his out and I picked mine out.
Off the internet. And
so did I.
His didn't come in and got sent back. So mine showed up. Mine's blue and white. Okay. Oh, it ain't really showing through, but it's got these fins for it, right? So and then it goes down.
So it's a siren.
And then this is the tail, and it's my feet go inside of these shoe things right here. So this becomes a flipper tail.
You call this hard? You can swim with this?
Oh, stop it. So that is my outfit. And then you got the tops, and you got a headband and glitter and all that stuff.
You guys ready for this?
Yeah. So he went and bought one himself. Couldn't wait on the internet, which is fine by me. Come on now.
Oh, we're opening it.
He's over exaggerating everything.
See this?
No.
All right.
Oh, you look like a fish, not a mermaid. That looks like a bass tail.
This is a mermaid tail. This is I forget the name of it, but it's not the siren. There's 3 different types, I believe. But this is a hardtail. That's a swim tail. And we've got the Wonder Woman. Actually, I think mine might be the siren. This is the super siren. I told you it was going to be super. We got the outfit. And
this is what Wonder Woman would look like dressed up in a mermaid outfit.
Wait, just for you guys. And we'll post it to the member content. You see that?
Oh my God, you're already wearing it. He's trying it on at home, guys. This isn't a dare no more. He likes it.
I actually had the idea of taking this to Hawaii, so we'll see. But You guys seen that? You guys have to tell us which one is better. You know, I'm going to show it back here. I'll post the picture to the member content.
Scroll in so you can see a little bit. I can't see nothing back there.
Well, I can
Go on
do
in.
that.
Go on in.
I'm just teasing.
Go on. Show them some.
Just teasing. There we go. See, teasing.
You can't see nothing.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, my
I can
God.
see it on screen.
Wow.
We'll post it to the member content. Let me get back in my chat here. All right, so you guys have to decide which costume you like better. And then, of course, that means the video will be coming out soon-ish.
We were waiting on Josh's, mermaid tail to come in. Mine and Reaper's have been here. So now we've got to go ahead. We're going to do like 20 different poses so that we can make a calendar out of the different poses. And then we'll do the video of us in the pool, of course. And we're going to have underwater cameras and above the water cameras. And I'm going to try and, I don't know if Josh can do it. If he can swim fast enough to come and break the water and go back under, yes, you got to try it. We're going to have the three of us sitting in different spots in the pool, together, that kind of stuff. We're going to have a bunch of different things. You guys are getting your money's worth. Trust me on that. I never thought the day would come. Someone suggested I needed a mermaid outfit. I laughed, and then I sarcastically said, if you guys come up with the 1,500, I will go ahead and donate it to the rescue and I'll wear the mermaid outfit. And man, did people jump on that bandwagon.
So I'm just saying, there's only one person who voted Big Rich's side, and that's John Doe.
John, you're my dude. Where's my thumb? There it is.
But we got Quincy Step, $50. He said 4 fish food.
Nice. Thank you. That's awesome of you. See, that's what people care about. This whole mermaid thing, that's been a lot of fun and a lot of game. But if you care about the fish and you're giving money for the fish food, that's awesome. I mean, that's a good caring person. This is fun. But, the rest of you needs it more for the fish and stuff.
I'm just saying, if you guys hear on the news, people getting saved in Hawaii from drowning,
he's wearing his mermaid tail.
Captain America, but it's a mermaid.
It would be...
you might know who it is.
It would be Mrs. Wonder Woman Mermaid or something. I don't know how that would be. But anyways, guys, I want you to see Tracy's hooked up to the remote control. If she coughs, she's in a little rebreather type thing here. So I have to turn on the suction. That'll suction out all the liquid that she coughs up. And then I can see right here, it tells me the temperature her body is at. So I can tell whether she needs the sheets pulled down or put up over her. And then while we're watching the show, I've got this on, and this shows Tracy in her bed and the saturation numbers beside her, which is at look at that, 100. Mm-hmm. Her saturation is at 100. That's awesome. She is doing so good lately. The nurse was so impressed today. It's going to move if it ain't touching nothing. But if I do this, it will move because it's...
No, you belly just pushed it against the wall.
This guy. So I'm monitoring Tracy while we're doing the live stream. So I don't want you guys thinking we just leave her in the other room, okay? I take care of her, and you ain't got to worry about that. Now, I passed this one comment I got to read. Our buddy Raheem says, Big Rich, your haircut looks cool and sexy. It's just air, I don't even have to brush it. I wake up and it's good to go. I like it.
Dewey Bazima, $5 again, says, can angelfish and discus fish together in a tank? If so, why don't you make a big plant tank? Then there's another tank free.
I've seen it, but angelfish are part of a cichlid family, and they do get territorial when they lay their eggs. And the angels lay eggs all the time. So I would be leery about putting my discus in with the angels. The discus breeders, they keep a pair together, and that's it. They never have to worry about other people or other fish. So with the discus in a tank with other discus, they kind of fend them off. But the angels have attitudes. They're a cichlid type fish, So I wouldn't do it, but I mean, it can be done, but you just got to worry when they lay eggs and stuff like that. And then out competing for food, that's another one. The angels will be right on that food. The discus are more timid and slower. So if the angels eat up all the food, the discus are going without. So there's two things to consider in that. Well, look, all of our friends are on here.
Yeah, we got a bunch. Harry Banana said, just think, 95% of the OFR fans have no idea what you are doing this for, and you should promote your live streams more. They're missing out.
They are definitely missing out. And, we don't do much promoting. I was even thinking about taking down all of the group shares on our OFR Facebook page because there's so much going on, and then so many people group share, that starts a group. They got 300 followers, and then they share in ours because we got 38,000. We don't share anywhere. So I was just thinking about cutting off all group shares and actually cutting off, everybody goes on there and says, look, I found this on the internet, put it on there. I think because there's so many people on our Facebook forum anymore, I'm thinking it should just be about the rescues we do, the rescues we could do. You have a fish that needs picked up, or you have a fish that needs rescued and you're in Idaho, anything like that should get through. But, people are like, hey, this is my new tank. I'm thinking we should just, cut all that, because there's so many. You put a fish on there to be rescued, and then 80 other comments or 80 other posts come up, and that gets buried. And that poor fish isn't getting the airtime it needs and seen, I
remember saying this like a year ago.
Well, it's coming time, because you go on there and you don't even know it's a rescue. It's all of people talking about fish, and here's my tank, and here's this fish, and look at my new fish, and check out these fish, and oh, look what I did today. And it's just so much. The rescue has got lost in it. What we need to do is bring attention back to the rescue. So you log on to Ohio Fish Rescue, or let's say you don't log on, but you have your, notifications on. You get notified. That's a fish that needs a home, or that's us doing a rescue, or this is fish we have here that need home, or, whatever. It's all about, the only thing that should be posted is rescues. That's what I'm thinking, or something in need of a rescue, or something that can help. Hey, somebody, my 150 gallon busted last night. Does anybody have a 150 or 125? Anything cheap that I can get? You can have, for sale items, not fish. So I think that would be helpful to people. That, hey, you broke your tank. Here's a guy that has two of them in his garage. He'll give you one cheap. That's a help. I think that should get through. Oh, my fish are in my bathtub. My tank busted. I don't want to be in fish no more. Somebody needs to come take these. That definitely needs to come through. This fish is picking on my fish. I need to find it a home. That gets through. Hey, look at the 2 new tanks I just bought. That don't get through. That's what I'm talking about. So that anything you get a notification about is something to do with helping somebody, or finding a home for a fish, or you get to see the fish that we brought in that we can give out to give homes, stuff like that. To where you're not getting a million notifications a day because of all these posts, hey, I'm new to the group. Everyone's like, welcome. That don't need to be on there. It's very nice, and the niceness is nice, but that's not related to rescues. And there's so many people. There's 38,000 people on there. I think if we just do it, anything to do with helping anybody with their fish, or ask a question. Hey, I've got ick. What do I do? Of course, that could go on there. Any way that we can help anybody should be on there. Any way that we help fish should be on there. Any way that we can give out fish should be on there. And, if I can't pick up a fish in California, it should be on there so that people can see fish near them. They can go pick it up, So I think we're going to revamp this a little bit. Now, some people might get butthurt because they want to show off their fish.
Say butthurt?
I said butthurt.
There's other groups for that. It'll be fine.
They want to show off their fish. And I get it, but, I'm not trying to upset nobody, but the main goal of us here is for the rescue and the fish, not the rescue itself, but the rescue of fish and all that we do to help everybody. So I think them should be the topics on our forum. And then people will turn the notifications back on, because then they're only getting notified when here's a fish that needs a home. Here's, you get it. You get the idea. I don't want to repeat myself. Would you stop? Ow! You got the very point of my...
Say it. I got the...
I ain't saying I'm going to smack that bruise out your hand, no.
So you remember his name.
I remember his name.
Gone but not forgotten.
You just leave me alone.
All right. We have Lasky and Sons Woodworking, $10. Says, can you tell me real quick on flagtail keeping food and tank mates? Could they go with an Oscar?
Okay, flagtails are I even told Hoover this. I wanted you to take over tonight and talk the most.
Well,
and here I am babbling on. Flagtails are very, very nice fish to have in community tanks. But every once in a while, and I don't want to tell you to go get yourself a flagtail because they're awesome fish. Every once in a while, 1 out of every 5 or so, you'll get a flagtail that will go up and suck the slime off of the next fish, and then your fish will go around with no slime coat. Well, guess what? Now they get a bacterial infection or a fungal infection. And it's all because your flagtail sucking the slime off of them. So the best thing to do is, get a flagtail. They're beautiful fish. They're awesome. And, they suck the slime off of your wood, off of the top of the water. Stop it, Josh. He needs to grow up. Everything is sexual to him. Anyways.
Nothing.
That's a great fish. I love it. And yes, I think you should get one. They're awesome and they look great. I have multitudes of them. I think, what do we got? 5 of them out there?
Something like that.
And I don't have a problem with any of them. But I've had problems before, so I want to forewarn you. If you go in there and you see one, sucking out another fish, make sure you don't buy him. He's going to do the same thing to your fish, and you're going to have some sick fish.
As far as food, they'll eat pretty much anything. They will eat meats if you put in there, like shrimp, tilapia. They'll definitely eat
pellets. They'll eat all pellets.
They'll also eat the algae off of your window and any of the biofilm that might build up on your window.
Or wood.
Yeah.
Melissa F's, she'd come through. Yes. AFOs, ankle foot orthotics. Yes, that's what they're called. AFOs. What I call them, CFOs or something?
I have no idea.
I don't remember. But thank you, Melissa. All right. Oh, we're caught up. Nice. Okay, so I'd like you to take over this time and talk, because I do it all the time, and then people are like, oh, he talks too much.
Yeah.
I try and keep him from having dead space. Let's see how he does it.
Lucas Vlogs. See, I'm the one who keeps it from dead space. I give you stuff to talk about, and I get the next topic. So we got Lucas Vlogs says, how can I donate? There's several different ways.
Mods, can you please post all the links right there? And let's have a hand for our mods. They're great. They have done so well. I mean, there's really not much work to do no more on the rescue because there you go. That's for our mods, the best mods ever. They're on it. They take care of it and they handle it. I still get, a few questions here and there, but they've all learned. All the new mods are 2 months old now? They've all got it. They've got it down pat.
Oh, geez.
Oh yeah, Josh, you should bring Diesel.
I can. So I got something else to tell you guys. So we picked up a new fish, which it'll actually be the next video that comes out. You guys will be able to see this awesome fish. But also, if you guys are on my TikTok, then you guys would see that the fish is already on there, and I posted a couple videos about it, because you know what? You guys get different content if you follow the different medias. It's not the same stuff
you know what?
over and over
I got something for that. I got a program that is going to tie all of our media together. You post once, and it'll put out a little teaser on all the media for you.
That's good sometimes.
And it sends everybody back to the YouTube, You like this, go check that,
Yeah, but at the same time, that only works with Instagram. It cannot work with TikTok.
It showed 5 different places it would do it with. Facebook was one, YouTube was one. That's all I really cared about. And then I saw other things. Yeah. I don't know what they were, Twitter, Instagram, whatever.
Facebook and Instagram you can, because you can embed the links into the Instagram story, and you could have the link clickable to go to that YouTube video.
Right.
Which I do on all of the videos that we think are gonna go viral or whatnot. We'll go ahead and share them out to all the social medias and whatnot. But as far as like TikTok goes, you can't click it and follow it to a different link.
Gotcha.
So that's all different media, but I have the YouTube linked in the description. So people who come on to our profile can go to our YouTube. So, as I was saying, if you guys follow the TikTok, you guys would already see. But there is a new fish out there. It's something I've been wanting for a very long time. And my buddy Jeff Beatty, you guys know him. He used to come on the live stream all the time. He got Dad his jowl catfish.
He brought me to a tear because I have been wanting a jowl forever. Went to the shed aquarium and I got to go back behind all the aquariums, and they had a jowl back there that's not on display. And he is 5 foot long, and his head is about this wide. You know, maybe what's that, 1.5 feet, and it's all mouth. And they were like, "Oh, be careful! Don't put your hands," because I put my arm right on the side of the tank. And they're like, "Be careful! Don't." I'm like, "Hey, I'm Big Rich. Yeah, I handle big fish. You know, don't worry about it." And then the guy threw in a piece of food close to my hand, and this thing, wham! 10 times harder than Big Brutus ever hit the water. I jumped back. I was like, I have to have one. And now Jeff Beatty bought us, you know, and sent it as a surprise. And I got, you know, opening the box. Josh was all in on this. I opened the box and it's a jowl. My heart hit the floor. I'm like, no way. I was in tears. I was like, oh my God, this is something I've wanted forever. And one of our members is such a great guy, bought it for us. You know, he's such a good guy. And now he decided. I'm not telling him.
You guys also remember.
He did this for, remember when Matt's Monster Fish, you know what? I didn't want to talk so much. You go ahead and tell the story.
No.
Oh, you tell
I'm throwing the towel.
You tell the story.
So you guys might remember that sometime back, probably about a year ago, Matt had lost all of his fish, and one of our members, again, Jeff Beatty, sent over $1,000, said, "Hey, can you please have this find its way to Matt?" Matt was so devastated and whatnot. We told him what Jeff did for him, and he opted to.
It brought tears to Matt's face.
Yeah, he opted to go ahead and buy some stingrays with that money. So Matt got his stingrays back. That was one of his favorite fish that he lost. So he was super excited about that, and he still has them till today.
Well, not only that, we also stepped in and helped out too. And, you know, Matt had offered us $1,000 for this one stingray, and it was one of my breeding BDs. And no, I wouldn't sell it. We actually picked it up for $600 like a year before, and Matt wanted it ever since. So when he got this money, we wanted to help Matt too. So he was going to go out and buy a stingray, he told us. And, you know, he's talking about, you know, the different stores that he's going to go to, and he's going to pay all this, you know, $1,500. He's going to add money to this and buy him a single stingray. So what we did was we went ahead and we gave him the stingray that he had been wanting from us forever at the price that we bought it for, you know, a year ago, the $600. So he spent that $1,000. He spent $600 on this ray that he had been wanting forever. And I gave it to him at the price we got it for a year ago. And, you know, he was willing to pay $1,000 for it, you know, but he was able to take the rest of the money and buy other fish that he'd wanted and stuff like that. So we tried helping out too and kick it up a notch on top of what Jeff's doing. So I gave up one of my breeder stingrays so that Matt could be happy and get his dream fish, you know, and I gave it to him at no profit to us, back to what we bought it for, even though he was offering $1,000 for over a year. He wanted that stingray.
Do you guys hear Big Rich talking?
Oh.
So Jeff had messaged me about a month ago and said, "Hey Josh, I just was thinking about something. I realized that, you know, I did something for Matt. I bought your dad a fish that he wanted." He said, "Is there something that you would want?" And I said, "Honestly, no. I mean, I haven't really seen nothing. I mean, you don't have to do nothing for me." And he said, "Take a look at Rod's site. There has to be something on there that you want." And
yeah, he's persuasive.
just so happened that Rod was getting in these super cool diamondback sturgeons. So he went one better, and Rod Special ordered a 30-inch super white diamondback sturgeon. Now, you guys seen these on video. They're always special order, and he brought one in just for us, and it showed up two days ago?
2 days ago.
And it showed up in the box, and it was not doing so hot.
It showed up. He was laying sideways in the box. So me and Hoover were here. Josh, he's at work and all that. We worked our butts off. We worked on this thing. We did full water tank change. We got the temperature to the right thing, and then we acclimated it for the fish. Even before we got here, we did this and had this tank set for them. So it's cold water, and it was, zero nitrates. It was clean, fresh, clear, and we've had the filtration running for a while now on other tanks. So we get this all set up. We bring them here. We acclimate them to it, and, we open the bag, we start to acclimate him to it. I see him on his side. I'm like, oh my God. Well, what's the best thing you can do for a fish that's doing bad in the water they're in? Instantly put him into good water. So I reached in and picked him up, and he didn't even fight me. I picked him up by his tail and his side, and I put him into our better water. Well, about an hour later, he was still breathing super hard, but he was upright. And I reached in to grab him and pull him up so I can get a video to send to Josh at his work. And as soon as I did, I grabbed him, I got him up to the top of the water, and he went wham and swam out. I'm like, oh my God, he's got life back in him. Yes. And then the next morning, he was doing good. He's breathing like. When he came here, it was bad. I swear, I told Hoover, I don't think he's going to make it. It was bad, but we saved him, and he's doing great now. He's out there in the 350 with all the goldfish.
And if you want more information, you're gonna have to tune into the next YouTube video.
Right, that's gonna be Josh's next video. This whole thing.
These things.
Oh my God, is he awesome looking?
Huge.
No,
do you know
huge
how big?
now.
Do you know how big they get? That's a baby compared to what they get.
I know. They're like an Arapima. Sturgeons can get up to 20 foot. Which I don't understand. Beluga, right? Which I don't understand why the Arapaima is known as the world's largest freshwater fish. Because at their biggest, they can only get 17 foot, and that was years ago when they weren't overfished.
Yeah.
Now the biggest you see is 12, 13 foot, and you still got sturgeons at 20 foot. So sturgeons are definitely the world's largest freshwater fish. But the diamondback, I think he's 12 foot.
You're close. They can get over 10 foot in the wild.
That's what I said, 12 foot. Over 10.
Hardly over 10, but they can get around 250 pounds.
Big boy.
But, we've got that 35,000 gallon pond outside, so he will live, or she, will
live happily out there. We just can't put her in now because that water out there is like 45 degrees,
I wouldn't. I trust the pond, but
she came in water at 69 degrees.
Yeah, I trust the pond, but I don't trust the pond yet. It has a crap load of koi in it, but Greg's coming back in the springtime, and he's going to quadruple.
He's going to fix the filtration system, he said, because we overbuilt the pond to the size filtration, and he wants to do that live edge, and he wants to fix all the edges and make it better. I don't know how he can make it better, but I've learned not to ever doubt the man. He can do what he says he wants to do.
As a surprise for that being finished, we will do the sturgeon release probably
in the summertime
when that's done.
Because right now that's like 40-something degrees, and he came in 69. Now the water he's in is like 71. So, Matthew Robinson says, do you get paid for TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook? Absolutely not. We qualified for, monetization just recently on something. TikTok, was it?
You can get paid on all of them.
We just qualified for all of them. But, we don't do nothing on Facebook that pays us.
Yeah.
The Instagram, I don't know about. I know that we got some major videos out there.
It's
over 1 million, at least 4 of them.
TV, and it's a pain in the butt. I mean, it's just
so
like
the TikTok.
It's just like having another YouTube channel up and running that you have to.
Right, we don't want to do all that.
Yeah, no,
but if we can get the program that'll mirror our YouTube onto there, then it's the same program running on 2 different platforms. That I do. But the TikTok, I think, don't they pay by sending gifts or something?
Yeah, it's like through live streams, and they can send gifts.
Send gifts, yeah. So we don't really make no money off of any of those. The only one we make money off of is YouTube, and that's from the ad revenue.
Just exposure.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and get caught up here. Oh, this is one. Lasky and Sons Woodworking, $5. Said, Rich, can we ever hear your hot rod car fire up?
I actually put out a few videos, and they do really bad on our forum because everybody's here for fish. But I had little Tracy sit in my Camaro. Now, mind you, she has never started this. She has never driven this car. She's been there the whole time, polishing the rims, polishing the blower, you know, all this different stuff. And all these car shows and autoramas we went to, she was the one that cleaned it. I mean, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have, I'm telling you, she got under that car and cleaned it, you know? But anyways, so this day I take her out there and I tell her, sit in the car. So she opens the door, she sits down, I hand her the key, and I tell her, start it. She goes, what? And I go, start it. She goes, no. You know, little Tracy, she's all, no. And I'm like, yes, Tracy, you got to start it. So I start videoing. She reaches the key over and she turns it over and it starts and she kind of jumps. And then I'm telling her, I'm on the camera and I'm going like this, right? Behind the camera. So she gives it gas and it, you know, the biggest smile come across her from ear to ear. It's on YouTube, or is it on YouTube?
Yeah. Or
no, it's on Facebook. It's on Facebook. Go to our group on Facebook and look up videos and then go through them and you'll see Tracy. She starts the Camaro and she is so happy. She's just the biggest smile ever. It is great. I sometimes go to that video and just look at her because she's so happy. I mean, if you ever get to see Tracy happy, that's the picture. You know, she is just so happy in that. Yes.
Someone's asking, how long do you keep convicts with their parents? That's totally up to you. You can pull, you know, right when they're wigglers if you want. You could leave them in there until they're 2 inches. It's strictly up to you. So there is no set time that they have to be with the parents. So does that make everyone happy? I answered the spammed question, okay?
Answer this one real quick.
Read it out loud. Fine. Always look forward, Kyle Simcock. Always look forward to Stay Fishy Friday. Keep up the hard work, OFR. Been watching for nearly 2 years now. Best wishes to Tracy. Can you please let me know when the Predatory Fins video you did will be out?
We haven't finished it. You know which one they're talking about.
Yeah, half of it got corrupted. So
we have to redo a bunch, but we're going to get it.
Someone said start a guppy colony in the big indoor pond. We used to have one a long time ago, and then we decided to go with cichlids. Well, we didn't decide to; it just happened. But yeah, there's no more guppies. Sad, sad time. Randy Koch said, next you need muskie and a flathead catfish. Oh
my God. I can't believe I forgot. Lake Erie Science Center, Nature and Science Center called me and said they have a huge flathead catfish that ate their bowfin. Now, he said it didn't swallow it. It ended up spitting it back out, but it killed their bowfin. They want us to come pick it up. I was supposed to talk to you when you got home and then call them back yesterday. I didn't remember until you just said that right now. So we got to go pick up a huge flathead catfish from Lake Erie Science and Nature Center.
Okay.
I did what I said. Now we got to call them back and say when. Okay.
It's fine.
You remember that.
That's not you. Cichlid Guru says Instagram Reels. I make $800 a month by posting Reels on Instagram. Nice.
Isn't the reel the same thing as your TikTok in little vids? They're just short vids.
Kind of.
So if I can find something that'll repost your TikTok onto Instagram, you might, you know. Our Instagram's up there.
More to it.
How many people do we have on Instagram?
16,000.
That's it? Like don't you have a couple videos over 1 million on there?
No, that's TikTok.
Oh, it's TikTok? Okay.
I'm looking right now. 18.5. But I think the reel, maybe. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I'll look at our mods. A to Z Fish Room says there is a video on Mean 67 where I light up the tires and stuff like that. But
yeah, a long, long time ago, in a land far, far away. We got Jim Sheasley, $5.
Jim's here. Hey, buddy.
Says have to watch the rest later. Not feeling well. Later, Mermaid.
Jim, he went. Okay, I asked Jim. Remember them dolls that he could? Can you run and get that doll off the counter of me?
Yeah, you brought this up last live stream. Remember?
That I told him about him making one for my son?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's such a good guy. I didn't want him to do that. I asked Jim where he got it from so that I could buy one for my son for a Christmas present. And he went and made one for my son. He's such a good guy.
The Cyclic Guru says, yeah, I guess Instagram is paying creators to post to compete with TikTok. Makes sense.
So I'm going to try and find a program that'll duplicate our TikTok videos onto the Instagram Reels.
I already can. It's just a tap of a button.
Oh, well, then do it. I mean, a couple more bucks to help the rescue would be great. Anything, you know. We don't make the big money on the internet like, Zach Ketchumall, Paul Cafaro. They make so much money from this. They got 3 million followers, all that. We don't make that kind of money. If we did, we'd be upgrading. Every tank would have our own, how we decide to decorate it. All backgrounds, Universal Rocks backgrounds, beautiful, layouts, beautiful lighting. Right now we work with what we get. You've seen me on a previous video just recently rebuilding a light because here's 2 lights that don't work. This one's got, the busted off ends, and this one's got a good ballast. I put the 2 together and made one working. That's what we're working with because we don't have the spare money to do stuff like that.
Someone's asking what you're doing with the flathead, saying it might be your most aggressive fish. That's kind of funny.
He will have to go into like the Matt's Monster Fish tank by himself. Yes.
Why?
Because he will swallow anything that's in with him. Do you not know what a flathead catfish is?
I had 2 of them here at 3 foot, and I ended up giving them away because they just didn't do nothing for us.
Yeah, I don't think so. I've never had a flathead here.
Yes.
No?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
I gave them away. I gave them away. I can tell you exactly who I got them from.
Okay, Serious Fish Keeper says, look up Streamlabs, Big Rich. Streamlabs makes you pay monthly. And if you want to do it in high def, you have to spend $39 a month to be able to, stream through their software. We can't use Streamlabs. I use OBS software. It's free, and, it does everything I need it to do.
Koi Life, $5 says, gonna be deployed overseas this Xmas. Hopefully still get to watch your vids. Always make me laugh and entertain. Much love from the UK.
Well, Koi Life, you will definitely be able to watch us because you can get on the internet from anywhere in the world and you can watch ours. So,
and best of luck.
Yes, good luck over there. So this is here. Deployed overseas. Yeah. So, thank you for your service also, too.
I agree. Absolute Zero says, trust me, a lot of your other cats will put that flathead to shame. And I agree 100%. That flathead ain't nothing. Ain't nothing.
Okay.
It might be mean
Science and
it might be mean for a native tank.
This thing is huge, and it swallowed our big bowfin.
Let's put this into perspective.
Okay.
What's their biggest tank? You know what that is?
2,000-gallon river. Did that hurt?
Their native display tank is a 265-gallon tank.
No, they got that 2,000-gallon river stream going all the way down.
Last time I was there, it was a 265-gallon tank that they just lost their bowfin in the first time. And they had a saltwater wave pool, which they just took down because that's what Luke
we got all the saltwater stuff.
So they were downsizing the last time I knew, but whatever. I mean, even if it is 3 foot wood again, I mean, not going to be nothing.
Serious Fish Keeper says, what's a drinking word tonight we haven't heard yet? It is mermaid.
I'll name 5 catfish in that pond that'll put that thing to shame.
All right, let's hear them.
The Sperata will mess that thing up.
No. Desperada's a baby. He's a big baby.
Desperada's the meanest catfish in that
You're
pond.
crazy.
Desperada's the alpha of that pond.
No.
Yes.
No, that red-tail hybrid, red-tail tiger shovel nose.
That's cute.
No.
He's big.
He's big. He's 4 foot, but he is the alpha. He is tank boss. He checks everybody I put in there.
Who beats the living crap out of everyone we put in there? Desperada.
No.
Yes.
No, that Sperata's got marks on him right now from people messing with him. He is a shy little baby.
I remember there was...
Yeah, you must have been doing drugs or something.
Descent shark?
Maybe the people were right. You're on drugs.
There was near descent shark out there that got messed up, and he was about to be removed because he was on the brink of about to die.
Yeah, we had to take him out.
I watched him do it. It was a
No. What you saw was a sick fish that was sore and hurting, and the Sperata came up and nibbled on him. That's what you saw. The fish was put in check and put almost down by our tank boss, which is the red-tailed tiger shovel nose.
He's big. He's just got size. He's not the
he's mean.
Tank boss. No.
Oh my God, this kid don't even live here and telling me what my fish do.
Believe the blind guy.
I believe the kid that don't live here.
Then why does Mr. Victor down in Florida have the same problem with his Sperata and his 4,500 gallon tank? His Sperata is the tank boss. Besides,
I don't think so. I'm going to call Victor when we get off this. I'll call him and ask him.
The Perry Eba in that tank is the tank boss.
Yes, that Perry Eva's mean in there.
But there's also the Jow in that tank, and you get into it. But the other tank has the Sperata in it. He said they're really, really mean. But
I miss Victor's Pima that were in them tanks. I don't know how or why that happened, but he had two. What were they? 8 foot Pimas?
They were
7
foot.
They were huge Pimas. They were double the size of Brutus. I mean, in height and in width, they were huge. And he come out one day and one had jumped out. So I'm like, dude, that's horrible. Make sure you got a cover on there. And then I find out the other one jumped out. I'm like, no, they're both gone. They're both gone. So I was so upset about that. Them fish were amazing. He had the biggest.
You can't get no more either.
Yeah, they stopped it in Florida. You cannot have an Arapima. That's why Rod is selling his business and coming up here and going in with stingray biology.
I foresee a lot of problems. I don't think Victor's going to get his permit renewed, and he's going to have to get rid of a lot of stuff.
Yeah, see, Victor's going to have to deal with the same stuff that the reason Rod's moving out of Florida. They would not renew his permits, and, he can't have this fish, and this fish, and he's not allowed to sell so many fish now. They're getting tired of the invasive species. So they would not renew Rod's, permits, and that's why him and Stingray Biology are buying a place up here in New York, and that's why we have their raise here. So it's all moving. So, but you know what? Rod will be, instead of 21 hours away, he'll be 9 hours away. Yep.
They're both in for a rude awakening. I'm just saying, they down there on a 50 degree day, I remember something happened and that they were calling, fretting a little bit about trying to heat the tanks. And a 50 degree day here, we've got the doors wide open.
Right.
So I think there's going to be a learning curve there and a lot of adjustment.
You know what? There was a learning curve because when I went there, I'm talking to somebody online and he's like, I filled the box with ice and everything. I'm like, why would you put ice in a box? I'm from the cold area. You put heat in the box. I've never heard of putting ice in the box, but I guess Texas, Florida, Southern California, New Mexico, they all have to put ice in the box. I was caught off guard on that one.
Yeah, it all depends. When you're a shipper, you have to look at the location you're sending to and where you're shipping from. It might be a little chilly here and hot there, and
right.
Vice versa. We've got Bambi said, thanks for bringing us along, guys. LOL, Mermaid.
Thank you, baby.
Ambrose knows says, hey guys, what's your thoughts on Buddha fries? Cichlids, had one for 10 years. Love them.
Love them.
Yeah, they're great fish. And our big one that we had in the 4400 for a long time, he ended up passing away. But we had
not before. He was breeding with the other one for a long time. And you come into the fish room and there'd be 2 Buddha right here by the lava rock in the bottom corner, and then all the other fish in the 4400 would be from half tank to over here. We're like, what's up? Them Buddha are mean.
Bruce 614 said, did you heat the outdoor pond this year? We never heat the outdoor pond. It's koi. Nope. They are cold tolerant, so we never have to heat the outdoor pond. We tried that one year because we had to, but other than that, it's not worth it in the cold climate such as ourselves. We got Brittany Ziblis, $5.
Hold up. That's one of our mods. She's such a sweetheart.
So happy Fishy Friday. Big Rich, are you making any treats for Christmas? # Mermaid.
Brittany, if I do, I'd let you know. She is a great cook. And then she, gets into her cooking where she does displays on the plate and all that. Like a chef would do a display. Not me. I'm here. I made my special, butter pecan thing, or I made my pumpkin rolls. Here you go. Eat. I don't waste time to make a pretty display on a plate. She does. She takes these pictures of her food she cooks, and it looks so scrumptious, She's got a wide variety of different stuff she makes, and, she's learned a couple things from me. I ain't gonna deny that. She's never had carnation sweetened condensed milk in her mashed potatoes. I'm like, you gotta do it.
Acquired taste.
No. Everybody loves mine.
Everyone likes it.
You know what? People that don't like sweet stuff don't like it. But the instant carnation condensed sweetened milk, not the instant carnation milk, the carnation condensed sweetened milk, that is awesome. Instead of putting milk in your taters, you use that. And I'm telling you, it makes your potatoes so creamy. And there's a little hinge of sweetness in there, too. Along with the butter. Oh, my God. I don't add sour cream. I don't add none of that other stuff. I don't add, what was the other one? Cream cheese. None of that. Just make your taters and add the sweetened condensed milk. And, oh, my God, instead of milk. It's so good. You just put some butter on top. It's so awesome. Yeah, A-to-Z Fish Room. He's like, yeah, that's my wife. This is what A-to-Z Fish Room did a video for us. And I was like, okay, you're like me. You're a big guy. Then I met his wife. Now I know why. He ain't as big as me, but he eats good. Trust me on that.
We got Bruce 614 again. He said, thinking of building a small koi pond down here in Columbus. What helps the koi survive the winter? You need depth of water. So your ice being up here in zone 6, your ice will probably get about 10 to 12 inches deep.
Zone 5. Just giving out the record.
He's in Columbus.
Is that another zone?
There's a zone coming right in. You might still be in zone 5. You might be in 6. I don't know. I could be wrong. But regardless, around here, the ice gets around 10 to 12 inches thick at the coldest part of winter. So if you have a 2-foot deep pond, you can make it work, but you got to leave your pumps running all year round.
I'm going to answer the same question when he gets done.
If you do deeper, which you should go around 3 to 4 foot deep, you don't have to keep your pumps on, and the koi will go down to the bottom of the pond and actually hibernate, but you have to leave exposed surface area for the gas exchange to happen in the water.
There you go. Our front pond is 2 foot, and we keep our waterfall running all year long, and all winter the ice gets half-inch thick or so, but the water comes off the waterfall and leaves a straight open area of water all the way to the overflow, and it never has froze up. Our fish never died in the front, and we live in Cleveland, Ohio, which is as north of Ohio pretty much as you can get, and we're right on the lake, so we get a lot of lake effect snow and coldness, so yeah, we don't need it. We don't need a heater in there. Now, I know our mod Lori says she uses a heater, but if you have an air bubbler which will take, and you put it in the middle of your pond. It'll take the warmer water from the bottom and bring it up and do this circulating thing all the way around the pond, and you'll have a big open hole in the middle. That's fine too. You don't need to spend the money on an electric heater. An air bubbler is way cheaper on electric and will do the same thing. As long as there's an opening at the top. If your whole top freezes, the gases will get caught and your fish will die from, I forget the name of the word, but they will just basically suffocate on bad gases and they will die. On our back pond, now it's 4 foot deep. We don't do nothing on there either. We don't have no heaters. We don't even have air pumps in there. We have our waterfall running and it goes through this, overflow and goes through the filter and comes back. Well, the water from the bottom gets caught into all this and the warmer water. So, it works great. We don't have a problem in zone 5 with 2 foot deep pond out front. We have no problem keeping our fish alive. Them fish have been out there for 3-4 years now?
That pond ain't even 3 years old.
3 years old. That's what I'm saying. 3-4 years old. We've had this pond for 2 summers now. The one we built, it's 2 summers old. So that one's 4 summers old.
No.
I bet you.
In May, that pond will be 3 years old. How about
we bet $1?
This one?
How about no? The one in front.
In October, it was a year since we got that done. That one will be 3 in May.
I'm thinking 4. I'll bet $1 on it. Okay.
All right, let me go ahead and scroll down here and find this picture. Here we go.
Daniel Tracy Ann says, condensed milk you use for fudge, ? Or carnation evaporated. Not evaporated milk.
That was a
condensed milk. Where?
Scroll down, because we didn't get there yet. $2.
That's all the way at the bottom.
At the top.
Oh, there you go. Oh, they asked again. They said the same thing on a super chat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I didn't get to that yet. Carnation evaporated milk is not what we use. We use the condensed sweetened milk in your potatoes instead of milk. Milk makes your potatoes nice and thin and all that, but the carnation condensed milk, the sweetened milk, makes it so creamy. Oh my God, the potatoes are so good that way. Try it. You just add butter and salt. That's it. You can try other things later, but try it this way first. It's so good.
Okay, so May 9th, 2019, we were digging the pond. It had begun. Time stamped and everything. So 3 years in May.
This guy's a douche. He went and looked it up to prove me wrong right now. All right, I will pay you your $1. There you go. I owe you $1. 3 years up there, 1 year back there,
Yes.
year and a half now.
If 2 months is a half of a year, then yes. Because we finished that pond, we said we're done middle of November, but we had water in it back in October.
Right. Amy McCluskey, I love her. She says, how does that circulate again, Rich? It does it like this.
like a big
air bubbles coming up and the water going out, coming back up. Are you happy now? All right, Casper Quaddy says, so what about a 3 foot wide by 3 foot depth by, doesn't make sense, 3 foot depth by 2 foot depth? I don't know. Oh, deep. Okay. So 3 foot by 3 foot by 2 foot deep. Put an air bubbler in the center and you'll be fine. The warmer water at the bottom of the 2 foot will come up and not let it freeze, or put a heater in it, spend a little more electricity, and it'll be fine. Or, you can put a pump at the bottom and run a hose up and let it splash back in. It'll not make, it'll make sure that it never freezes there. So any of those ways will work.
People are asking if we'll have a stream next Friday since it's Christmas Eve.
Yes, we will. A to Z Fishroom says, I made your buffalo chicken dip and ate it for 3 days in a row. That's some good stuff, ain't it? I love that. My kids have no idea how well they had it growing up. They had the best food, the best toys, the best house, the best
Kevin Schmidt
dad.
Can you explain to me how to send a donation to OFR and subscribe to your channel? I'm embarrassed for my lack of knowledge.
I didn't. What? Hang on, I got to get Tracy.
So there's a couple ways. The easiest way, underneath any YouTube video in the description, there are links to the
Oh, yeah.
PayPal.
Right. If you watch the video, right under it, there's a little description. Everybody always passes by it. It says show more. Hit that, and then there's all kinds of links and information you need to get to, any of our stuff and other channels and all kinds of things. My address is under there. You got to hit the show more and read some of that stuff.
And also, if you go to the main channel, you can also hit the join button, and that's a monthly membership, and there might be some extra content on there as well.
Oh my God. Did you see the extra content I put in the members only today?
Yes.
Oh my God. Reaper, yeah. Reaper wants to kill me over this. Reaper
It was on normal YouTube, I thought.
No. Reaper had, we had one guy come up here. He drove 4 hours to get here, and he wanted to see the place. So Reaper took him in back to show him the pond in the back. Well, they found the swing. And I thought it was kind of funny, blah, blah, blah. And then they come back, and the guy was wearing a shirt, but it had Reaper's name on his back. The Grim Reaper basically had a picture, and it said Reaper across his back. So I made fun of him, like, hey.
Put the video on there talking about my best friend.
Yes.
That wasn't a YouTube video. That was released.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it was not.
How do I know this?
I put it under, because you saw the video.
I didn't watch it today. I already knew what happened.
You saw the video when I made it. I put it out today under members only. So anyways, Reaper goes back to does this and so I make fun of Reaper. I'm like, hey Reaper, Carl's got your name on his shirt, Carl, Reaper, do you got Carl's name on your shirt? And Reaper turns around and says no. So once they go back there and back, I put up this music to it. And it was like, what was the music? What was it called? Some of it. Tell me some of it. You just got to remind me real quick. Me and you and me. So happy together. It was hilarious. The music turned it into a love story. And oh my God, it's funny. I love it.
We got Danielle Tracy Ann, $2, says I'm in love with one of those cichlids, the purple and peach one.
Ooh, that would be the Tropheus. That's one of my favorites too. Yes.
Yep. Pretty nice. But they're pretty mean. They can be mean. Luke's in the house. What's up, Luke?
Hey, what's up, Luke? Luke got mad at me because, everyone was jumping down his throat about his tanks being dirty. And, I told them, don't get on Luke, this and that. But I said something and, he got mad at me. Love you, Luke. You're a brother to me, okay? So, I'm telling him, he just got overzealous and he wanted everything around and his tanks are a little, so he has been working on that and he's got his tanks. Chris, he made a point of it. He sends me videos. Look, this tank's clear. Look at this one's clear. I'm like, I'm sorry, Luke. I didn't mean to offend you.
William Zangers, have your tinfoil barbs shown fluctuating appetites? My 2 6-inch albinos are swimming around fine, but they've eaten very little for about a week.
Huh. Well, they go through different things like that. I mean, as long as they're eating, you're still okay. Lori says, I'm still going to use a heater. You can, Lori. I'm not telling you not to. You got to love her.
Stuff does break, so it's nice to have.
Oh, redundancy is always nice. Have a heater and an air pump, One stops, the other's still going. Yes, the turtles go happy together. Custom Aquatic says that. Yes, that's what I picked out, and I put that. Oh my God, it took that video to the next level. It's on our member section. You guys go check that out. It's funny as can be.
So if you guys have questions you want answered, go ahead and put them in the chat. I do my best to try and read those. JC says, if you're looking for questions, I was wondering if you could advise me for a good heater. I know you said titanium isn't too good, so any specific brands are ideal. Titanium ones are good. They're the best out there. I just have a problem with them. But usually if you
could
need around
see
500-600
dance I saw,
I would go with Vinex heaters. I haven't really had a problem with those.
Becky's Bucky Dudowner says, it seems you guys shake hands and bet every Friday. Just curious if you ever pay your debts. Yes, we do.
Here we go. Tracy Olson, my guppies had babies and I don't know where to find homes for them. I live in Michigan. My local pet stores won't take them. My son said flush them.
No, don't listen to your son. Kids don't know nothing. Okay, listen. Go on to Ohio Fish Rescue 501c3. If you look on Facebook for Ohio Fish Rescue, there's two of them that pop up. One is just Ohio Fish Rescue. Don't use that. That's just our business thing, and it has the information people need. The one that we talk on all the time is our forum, Ohio Fish Rescue, with some numbers behind it. 501c3. That's our not-for-profit organization. Go on there and say, I have free guppies, free to a good home, and then put your city and state on there. That way you're not getting contacted by people in California or New Jersey. You're getting contacted with people close to you because you put your city and state on there, and they will come and take them for you and give them a good home, you know?
Okay. People asking, I put the brand in the comment.
The brand?
Yeah, for the heater.
Sure.
And answer Sunny Vale's question. I don't know about that one. I'm going to say no.
What's the question?
Says, has Josh answered a complete question yet?
No.
I missed the comment up here. Going back, looking at it.
Jamie posted our TikTok. Check that out, guys.
What's your best beginner monster fish? I do believe there was a video on it. My top 5.
See, you got put down for that.
I don't care.
I'm going to straighten this out. Josh, they're asking everybody, all the different YouTubers, what do you think the best beginner fish is? Well, we're coming from a monster fish standpoint. And the best monster fish, beginner fish, would be, and he came up with a great idea, an Oscar. Okay? Coming from monster fish keepers. Not, I keep, guppies and endlers. Well, they would have a different opinion what your first fish would be. Us as monster fish keepers, that Oscar's a great first fish because it is so hard to kill. They are so vibrant and they got such a great, personality. They're a great fish. But, Josh got made fun of because he said that should be your first fish. That's not what we said.
They can kiss my...
Stop it. It was our buddy Jason at Primetime Aquatics put this question out there. We answered it as monster fish keepers, not as what anyone should get as their first fish. And, someone jumped down Josh's throat about that. So I wanted to straighten that up real quick.
You let people get to you too much. I didn't even read a single comment on that video because
I read all comments. I want everyone to know that I read comments.
That wasn't our video.
I put hearts to everything that everybody says to let them know that I at least seen it.
Same as that's not our video.
Trust me, guys. If Josh ran this rescue, it would be a lot different. It wouldn't be as scary and good-hearted. Josh would be like, I don't read no videos. I don't know comments.
I don't read no other person's videos. I read my comments. I don't read...
Do you read on my videos the comments?
I read all the comments.
On both our videos?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't think you did.
But for Joe Schmo to post a video, I don't care about your comments.
Stop it.
I'm just saying, I don't have the time for it. And... I take up my time with stuff that we do. I'm not going to get
Hamden Hidayeth says, can you take my emperor snakehead fish? It is 2 feet long and it's big and it's picking on my other fish. Actually, we are in the process of getting that federal permit for that. We can take it. We can. I just have to let them know at the Department of Agriculture that we got it in so that it's not illegal for us. And they will give me a certain timeline to hold on to it until I can get the permits in place. So it is an illegal fish here in Ohio, but, we can take it. So I'm saying that on the internet where anyone can see and read this, we are allowed. We just we have certain steps we have to take. So I don't know where you're located, but, get a hold of me on Bigrich at OhioFishRescue.com and I'll answer all your questions and, give you the information and all that stuff.
The king of DIY, $10. Said, Rich is so sexy with a fresh hard cut, gives me butterflies.
Joey, come on. I can't help but laugh every time he talks to me. He is so funny.
Does he give you butterflies?
No.
I'm just saying that this seems like an old high school relationship to me.
Stop it. A to Z Fisher says, Josh, how's the new house? Any projects you're working on?
The new house is great.
It's been about 2 weeks of it working on a basement bathroom.
Projects are everywhere, but yes, I have. I added a third bathroom into the basement right now. We're probably got about 2 or 3 more days to, get going on that, and that'll be finished. And then after that's done, I might be inclined to give you guys a tour video.
I'm going over there this weekend, and I will give you a tour.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. You see what I have to deal with? He tells me what I'm allowed and not allowed to do. Wait, I thought I was the dad.
I'm filming my house. Not until I'm ready.
All right. So, guys, we got the king of DIY here. Ask him any questions you want.
Yep. He said logging off.
Oh, it did? I don't see that.
Joey again, $10 says, Josh, will you do water changes at my house with that little number you got on?
He's gonna pay you. I told you he's funny. I love this guy.
If you can compete with my current salary, and there's tropical wet weather up there, then I might be inclined to pack up my house and move up there. But I know it's cold as hell, and I ain't moving where it's colder. I already hate it here, so I already know when I retire, I'm gone. I ain't staying here. So second I get that retirement going, I don't know where the hell I'm going, but it's not here.
See, I've lived all over the place, and the cheapest place for me to get ahead was every time I went back to Ohio. It was the cheapest place to get ahead. I've lived in Florida and, Pennsylvania and New York and, California, all these different places. I've been everywhere. And, the cheapest place, I saw better, prettier country living, but the cheapest place for me to get ahead was always Ohio, and I came back to here.
Okay. Here we go. We got the head aquarium hole. Hey, Josh, how many tanks in the basement of the new house? 0.
Okay, this guy right here, we're just going to delete him.
He was already.
No, his message was done. I want to delete him out of the group. He don't deserve to be here. This is good. Family fun. Friends, together, hanging out Friday night. He don't need to be here. Boy.
King of DIY said, did Rich just say Ohio is the cheapest place to get ahead?
To get ahead, Joey. Oh, my God. What is with you guys turning everything sexual?
It's funny.
Oh, my God. Love you, Joey.
He said, Samara booked me a trip for Ohio. Okay, thanks. And Danielle Tracy Ann, $2 says, you want tomorrow with that number on. Haha. I don't know. Lately I'm beginning to think Joey kind of swings the other way.
He's got some sugar in his shorts. The stuff he says. Sue Ann and Stu says, oh my God, I didn't hear an A in the word get ahead. She's right. We didn't lose no mullet. It's all back here. It's here.
Sometimes he just gets a little tired of the fluff on his head, which I'm ready to cut this off. I hate it.
Well, it was so out here, and then, I just cut it short, and that's it. It's no big deal.
Uh-oh. Take care of it. All right. So we got a few more questions in the chat. Actually, no. people are asking when I'll have a mullet. That was when I was like 12 years old, and not again. That was terrible. We got Rob Schilling. He said, "Whoop, not that cheap in Ohio." I mean, if you think about it, compared to New York, Miami, Los Angeles, Chicago, everything is a lot cheaper in, Ohio. So you got to think of it that way. Just the cost of living itself. So say if you have a job that pays you $70,000 a year in salary in Ohio, to make the same type of living in California, you then need a job that's $100,000 a year to live the same way you're living here. That's what he was trying to get at there. We have Corona Aroma, $5. Says, love watching your videos. Shout out from Dan and John in Massachusetts. Watching you guys almost daily. Stay fishy. Well, stay fishy, my friend. We appreciate the super chat.
Uh-oh. What's Joey planning here? Something to piss me off in the future? We're going to see. Okay, Florida is definitely not cheaper than Ohio. California is 10 times more expensive than Ohio. No, Ohio's the cheapest place.
Cheaper in Florida.
No, it is not.
Yeah.
No, you're so wrong. You're so wrong. I grew up down there. I was in Delray Beach, Fort Lauderdale. I was in Boynton Beach. I was in Boca Raton. I was in Lake Worth. I went to 10th grade in Lake Worth. I'm telling you that the cheap garbage houses there were nowhere as even nice as the house I bought for $26,000 up here.
Well, I'm just saying, I was looking. You take the same $250 I just bought a house for up here. You can get a lot more land and a nicer house down there.
Way far inland. Do you know the land is on sugar sand? Mm-hmm. It's horrible. Mm-hmm. You got sand spurs and sugar sand. No grass grows. It's horrible. Yeah, that'd be cheaper way inland. But the housing itself would be way smaller than any house you can get up here. Right. Down in Florida, everything's one level too,
Yeah.
That house I bought for $26,000, is 3 levels and a basement. There's 4 levels to that house.
Joe says, does having lights on at night on the fish tank, does this mess with the fish algorithm?
I don't know why people keep saying that. I don't have my lights on at night. Someone got on me yesterday about it. I get it. But now he's adding to it. We don't have our lights on at night. If you want lights on, the red light they can't see? It was the red light, like the dual light. When you hit it the second time, it's red. The fish can't see that spectrum of light. The blue eerie light is to mimic nighttime, but they can still see that.
It don't matter. You still have moonlight. You have light all day long. So your light in the tank ain't really going to affect the fish. Sure, should they have cycles to where nighttime and daytime? Sure, cool. Yeah, that's awesome. But to say that you can't, I don't believe that's true. When, say, for instance, you're grooming a stingray, and there are tricks to grooming your ray, but at nighttime, most of these guys will take a 10-watt white LED. It's a soft white light, and nighttime they'll keep that white light on 24/7, and then the daytime they'll have their bright white LEDs on, and that'll actually help improve the looks and just the aesthetic of the ray, and kind of bleach your white spots in your ray to be that much better. And those are some of the tips and tricks that people use to groom, fish. Same thing with the white tank treatment. And there's, all those stuff. You have to be careful with buying fish online. Okay. Next question. OBG Foster said Josh hasn't heard of Florida Man memes. I've heard of them. But I'm just saying. Okay. Is the tinfoil barb considered a community fish? And what size tank can I start with 6 of them? Tinfoil barbs are a community fish. They'll max out at about 15 to 16 inch. For six of them, start out tank be about a 75 gallon, but I would put them in around the 300 if you want to keep them full term.
I got a question for Joey. He wants to come on here and poke fun at me all the time. When are you coming to get on the show, Joey? When are you coming here?
Okay. Let's get a few more questions in the chat before we log off for the night. We got like 12 minutes here. Motorheads, do you endorse feeding tubifex worms freeze-dried to fish? I mean, I'm not against it. I mean, if your fish will eat it, it's a great source of food. Just a wee bit expensive.
There you go.
I have both to thank for saving my life as a veteran with PTSD. It's really hard. Aquariums are the only thing to help. Yes, it's a type of a therapeutic,
Very therapeutic, yeah. I'm glad we can help, brother.
Kenny Turk says, Josh, grow a long beard to match Rich's hair.
He can't do it.
Sometimes, I was going to grow the beard last time, but I accidentally nicked it when I was trimming, so we're starting again. But we'll see. But I can't have a big, long beard like this. It's not for me.
Hey, Joey, why don't you come down and be in this Mermaid shoot with us and the calendar? How about that, buddy?
He said, I hate that you never call me anymore.
I don't want to bother. Okay, I see Joey as a big celebrity. I don't want to bother any of my celebrity friends. I don't call Brett Raymer. I don't call Greg Woodstock.
He said, I want to break up there. I said it.
I let them call me. So Joey wants to call. We're on. We're having fun. I don't really want to bother anybody,
Scott Morrison said, hey, Josh, what's your favorite marine fish? My favorite marine fish, small, I would have to go with Mandarin goby.
That is a beautiful fish.
But if we go large, I have to go with black tip reef sharks. They're just awesome.
They are awesome. You got any acres? Yes, we've got 3.1 acres here. Oh, wait, no. 1.3 acres. We got 1.3 acres here. Oh, he came in with, I take it back. Never mind. Just never freaking mind. You don't want to break up now.
Yes, I can't. I'm packing. How are the rays in the monster pond?
They're doing really good. Everything's eating good now, and everything's fell into a nice normal, thing, and we're doing good. They're doing good, and we can feed them, and I'm not worried about them no more. I used to go out there, every morning, afternoon, night, wake up in the middle of the night, go out there and check on them. I was so worried that, what if we kill a bunch of their rays? I was so worried, but now, they're just there and they eat.
If we asked how tall Big Rich is, he'd probably say 3 feet tall.
I am 6'1".
Or 1'6".
I am 6'1", unless I wear shoes. Then I'm taller.
Joey said, I'm down for the merman outfit, but let's see how you feel after the fundraiser I'm going to do for you and exactly how I'll be raising the funds.
What? You going to do a fundraiser for us, Joey? I'm impressed, buddy. You're the greatest.
I'm thinking of how could Joey have fun with this.
Oh, don't put nothing past Joey. He's smart. You just when you think that he can't pull something out, he's going to pull something out the hat. Trust me, he is smart.
I don't know. I can see it now, and jaw just going to drop. Could be hilarious. If stingrays have pups, do catfish have kittens?
You think?
It would be the only logical explanation, all right?
Dylan Spradlin. Yes, we picked the same. Yeah.
What advice do you have for starting up a large fish room? I have an unfinished basement, 3 tanks so far, but want to keep going.
Here's what I did little by little, and then added more, then added more, then added this, then changed it to this, and did this, little steps. No. Start off right from the get-go. Get yourself, what's it, an LA80 linear air pump. Okay? You can run all your tanks from that, but you can run up to like 80 tanks from it. Plus, our tanks are like 6 foot deep, and it still runs air all the way to the bottom. This one air pump costs you $150 instead of buying air pumps for each tank that costs you 40 or 50, and you've got all these air pumps running. One air pump and some PVC pipe with some, 1/8-inch little screw-in valves will work, and then you can add on to it and add on to it and add on to it and add on to it. So later, 3 years from now, you've got 80 tanks going. You're still running that same. I've been running mine for over 10 years on all of my tanks, and it is still not topped out or quit on me. And I have 2 as a backup sitting out there waiting, and I've never had to change it. That's my number 1 thing. 2, don't put heaters in each tank. Find a way to insulate everything to where you can heat the room, and then your tanks will always stay. My fish room's always at 83 degrees, and when I want to go out there and work for a little bit, I'll open up the door and let some air through and turn off the heater. Once it cools off, I'll shut the doors, and them tanks stay at 82 degrees, and then the room air isn't hot. Them are 2 of the best things I've ever done. Do that. And then get plants. Start with your pothos and get plenty of plants. The more plants you have, the less water changes you got to do.
And last but not least, if you're in your basement, that means you have a complete house above you. Line the ceiling with plastic. Do yourself a favor. It will be humid down there, and get yourself a dehumidifier.
Josh, look at this.
Yeah.
No.
We got Joey said, it's funny. To me, Josh will like it. Rich will regret it.
Oh, no. Oh, no. What have I got myself into?
OBG Foster said, at what point do you need to upgrade the electric? So that depends on what you want to run. What do you mean?
When we built the room, we put in a new panel, 200 amp service, and we ran 3 circuits out there to the room. We have not ever upgraded since building that room.
Yeah, but they're coming from standard practice. You have a 100 amp service to. But
if they're doing it in their,
when do you upgrade?
Right? Well, when your panel's full, of course, and your breakers are tripping all the time. But if they're just doing a room in their basement and they have a slot or 2 open, put an extra breaker in for that basement and run wiring to that. Add on to your electric. I see it. It's right there. I see it. Do you know what that means?
The king of DIY says Rich is 6'1". His Ghana podium is 1.6
For
inches.
you people out there that don't know what that is the penis of a fish.
It's the male extremity of a guppy.
Right.
To be specific. And
Daniel Tracy Ann says you need a kick-ass dehumidifier. Not in our situation.
You just need one running constantly.
We don't have no dehumidifiers in our fish room, and people come over and wonder why it don't smell like a fish room, why it ain't hot like that, or why it ain't moist. Here's the problem. We have a furnace hanging from the ceiling, and it's a Mr. Garage heater. It has the flame in the room. And if anybody that knows this, in the wintertime, you turn on your furnace for your house. If you slide your feet across, you can then shock your buddy or whatever. That's because of dryness in the air. The flame in your furnace dries out your air. Well, our flame is in the room with our fish room, and it dries out that whole fish room. I have a dehumidifier, a dehumidity switch on there, so when it gets too much, it'll turn on an exhaust fan. It never comes on because it never goes higher than 60%. Humidity, because of that furnace. That furnace is heating, that room up, and it's doing great. It dries out the room, and if it gets too moist in there, I can cover some of the tanks, But right now we have the 550 open, complete open and no cover, the 650 dog bone tank and the 550 baby stingray tank and the 3000 are all open top tanks. There's no cover on them. Also, our 14x7 pool, which is our sump, is open to the top. And you know what? It is not more than 60% humidity in that room with this heater on in the room.
All right, so I think that was a good spot to call it quits for tonight. I've got some stuff to finish up. I got a last little bit of drywall to do, so if your guy can come and mud that in tomorrow. So hope you guys enjoyed tonight's stream. It was a blast hanging out with you guys.
It's always a blast with you guys. We have fun every Friday.
So as always, we will see you guys next week on yet another Stay Fishy Friday.
Joey, you got my number. Call me.
He said, call me. All right. Take care, everyone.
Bye, guys. Thank you for hanging out.